Why am I so tired, even when I haven't done anything wrong? You might feel this late at night, when the day finally stops talking to you, when there's nothing left to respond to, no one asking for anything, no task waiting, and still. You feel empty, heavy, like something inside you has quietly shut down. You rest, but the rest doesn't work. You sleep, but you wake up unchanged. You try to relax, but your body stays tense. You tell yourself it's just stress, or that you've been busy, or that you need a break. That's what people usually say, that you worked too hard, that you didn't balance things well, that you need more discipline, or better habits. But that explanation never fully fits, because deep down, this doesn't feel like tired muscles. It feels like something deeper stopped responding. And that's where the real story begins. Most people think burnout is about effort, too much work, too many hours, too many responsibilities. They think if you rest more, or plan better, or take a short break, you'll feel like yourself again. So you try, you cancel plans, you lie down, you scroll, you distract yourself, but the exhaustion stays, not loud, just constant. That's because burnout is not about effort, it's about overload. And overload doesn't happen in the mind first. It happens in the nervous system. Your nervous system is always listening. Long before your thoughts speak, its job is simple. Keep you alive, keep you safe. It does this by scanning for threat, every sound, every demand, every pressure. When stress appears, your nervous system rises to meet it. Your heart adjusts, your breathing changes. Your muscles tighten just a little. That's normal, that's useful. But the system was never designed to stay there all the time. The problem begins when stress doesn't end. Chronic stress is different. It has no clear beginning and no clear end. It comes from expectations, deadlines, emotional responsibility, being on all the time. Your nervous system doesn't know that most of these things aren't life-threatening. It only knows pressure, and pressure feels like danger. So cortisol rises. That's the stress chemical. Cortisol is helpful in short bursts. It gives you energy, focus, speed. But when it stays high for too long, it changes how the brain works. Your body doesn't come back down. Instead of balance, you live in alert mode. Always slightly tense, always slightly tired, always preparing for the next thing, even when nothing is happening. At first, you push through. Most people do. You tell yourself you're fine. You adjust, you adapt. Your nervous system learns a new normal. Being tired becomes familiar. Being tense feels expected. Rest starts to feel uncomfortable, and slowly, without announcement, your system reaches its limit. That moment doesn't look dramatic. There's no breakdown, no obvious collapse. Instead, something quieter happens. The system shuts down. This is called the shutdown response. When your nervous system can no longer stay alert, it doesn't move into calm. It moves into numbness. This is not relaxation, it's conservation. Your body saves energy by lowering responsiveness. Emotion dulls, motivation fades, excitement disappears. Life feels flat. You still function, you still show up, but inside, something feels far away. That's emotional exhaustion. Here's something important. Your body does this to protect you, not to punish you, not to make you fail. It's a survival response. When stress never ends, the system switches from activation to collapse, not because you're weak, but because staying activated would cause damage. So energy drops, care fades, interest disappears. It all looks like depression from the outside. But inside, it's really a nervous system that has been asked to do too much, for too long, without recovery. This pattern often starts earlier than adulthood, often much earlier. As a child, your nervous system learned what was expected. Some people grew up in environments where emotions were heavy, where adults were stressed, where peace depended on performance. So you learned to stay alert, helpful, responsible. Maybe you learned to read moods, to adjust yourself, to not need too much. You became good before you were ready. Your nervous system learned that safety comes from effort, from doing, from holding it together, from not resting too deeply. Because rest meant something might go wrong, that pattern doesn't disappear. It becomes your baseline. So in adult life, you push. Even when you're tired, even when you don't want to, even when your body signals no. You feel uncomfortable stopping, unproductive, uneasy. Your system isn't addicted to work. It's addicted to staying regulated through effort. Stillness feels unsafe. Slowing down feels risky, so you stay busy until the system can't do it anymore. This is why burnout doesn't arrive suddenly. It builds quietly. You stop enjoying small things. Food loses taste. Music doesn't land. People feel distant. You feel guilty for feeling this way. Because externally, nothing is clearly wrong. You think others have it worse. I should be grateful. I shouldn't feel like this. But your nervous system doesn't respond to logic. It responds to load ... and the load has been too heavy. Burnout also creates a deep inner conflict. Part of you wants to rest, another part won't allow it. So you feel tired but restless, exhausted but unable to relax. Your thoughts circle, your body stays tight. You're stuck between two survival strategies, fighting each other. One says, keep going or you'll fall apart. The other says, I can't do this anymore. That tension alone is exhausting. And because this exhaustion is emotional, not physical, it's misunderstood. Others say, just take time off. Do something fun, change your mindset. But those suggestions miss the point, because the problem isn't lack of positivity. It's lack of safety in the nervous system. Until the body feels safe again, energy doesn't return, interest doesn't come back, motivation stays offline. No amount of willpower can override that. This is also why people in burnout often feel disconnected from themselves. You might look at your life and feel strangely detached. You might say, I don't know what I want anymore. That's not loss of identity. That's the shutdown response quieting signals that normally guide